Hello and welcome to the Late Night Retro Game Show starring the Wizard of Video Games. I am the Wizard of Video Games. Wait a minute. It's all messed up. Welcome to the Late Night Retro Game Show starring the Wizard of Video Games. The Wizard of Video Games. The Wizard of Video Games is a board-certified magician and retro gaming specialist. We got a very special show for you tonight. A very special episode indeed. It's not Friday, of course not. It is... Mondays. Mondays. I hate Mondays. Don't we all? Welcome to the show. Well, we've got quite a few things going on throughout the week as far as games that we're working on. Well, probably less than 50%, so not that much at all indeed. But we shall see. What do we got? Oh. On Thursday, we're working on Command & Conquer Renegade. On Friday, we're working on Blaster Master Overdrive. So for Monday, we're going to start a little something and go for a little bit. We have been working on... Well, that was part of Thursday. We were working on Starfleet Command, or that's not what it's called. Starfleet. It's escaping my brain. Starfleet Command. Starfleet Academy to be attempted at a later date. But however... we're gonna take a break from Starfleet Command, which was somewhat enjoyable. And here's what we're going to begin for the next few Mondays. And if you don't like it, here it is. It's Lord of the Rings. J.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. From Interplay, 1980 something. Let's take a look. Come on now. Copyright. Where is the copyright information? 1993. 93. This is the CD-ROM version from Interplay, which contains actual footage of the 1970s Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings cartoon. And some very cool maps. Don't you miss maps? Games coming with maps. Was pretty cool back in the day. Not only maps, but reference cards. Enhanced. It's the enhanced Lord of the Rings enhanced CD-ROM. I need a 386 SX or better computer, 530K, free memory, free low memory, and 1 megabyte free of expanded memory or EMS. Expanded memory manager software such as EMM386, QEM, or 386 Max recommended. AdLib Gold, Pro Audio Spectrum, Sound Blaster, or Sound Blaster Pro Sound Card. Microsoft compatible mouse, MPC standard CD-ROM drive. MPC. Multimedia PC. Hello, First Imperial Agent. We're just talking about the MPC CD-ROM drive standard. The transfer rate of at least 150K per second using 40% of the CPU bandwidth is required for tonight's game, Lord of the Rings Enhanced CD-ROM reference card. That's not the game, that's the card. But anyway, 16-bit VGA card is required, along with speakers or headphones. So, we'll put that in a nice little spot for reference. Take a look at this beautiful map of the Shire within the manual. Wow, what's going on? My lighting has gone in berserk. A beautiful hand-drawn map. That looks beautiful. Hence the term beautiful hand-drawn map. And also, look at this. I don't know who did this particular drawing. It's actually it's straight from the game. This is not some previously drawn token art, many of which was done back in the 70s. I mean, it contains the Volume 1 nomenclature that they use for this game. The original Lord of the Rings Volume 1 was published by Interplay in December 1990, and the Enhanced Edition came out in 1993. The Lord of the Rings Enhanced CD-ROM is meant to expand on the original Lord of the Rings game, but it is also supposed to be playable by those who have not played the original game or those who have not read J.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R.R. Tolkien's epic saga. Hopefully, this adaptation of Lord of the Rings will transform the machine into an object of delight, if not enlightenment, something more fit for Rivendell than Mordor. What? I'm not certain that Tolkien would have approved of computer games. Tolkien was not a technophile and came to see machines as engines of destruction, which was reflected in his writings. After Lord of the Rings, Volume 1, the highest compliment we received was not critical praise, it was the people who told us that we inspired them to read Tolkien. I hope that this sort of inspiration becomes a tradition with the series. A nice little introduction from, well, the designers. Doesn't specify anyone's name, so it shall be Interplay. So, here we go. I don't recall when I purchased this copy of The Lord of the Rings on CD-ROM, sometime around 1993. And wow, I'm having some cabling issues down here. You do not want to see it. Now then, to the crystal ball, and oh my lord, this is going to be the longest title in the existence of the Late Night Retro Game Show starring the Wizard of Video Games history. Boom, look at that. Good lord, it's not even gonna fit on the screen. The Lord of the Rings Volume 1 Enhanced CD-ROM has completely taken over the entire bottom of my screen, well, that's okay. It's all in the name of retro gaming. Now then, we've got our DOS box ready and prepared and waiting and completely not fitting within our window. Let's see, is there a way? How do you view a text file within DOS? Is it type? That's what it is. Remember the good old type.com? Now then, QEMM stealth mode is incompatible with the Lord of the Rings. You have to make sure stealth mode is off. Stealth mode is an extended memory manager version of Dishonored, essentially. It goes through and finds memory, sneaks up behind it and stabs it in the neck. And frees it up for use in games and other amazing DOS applications before the advent of Windows. Note for users of slow CD-ROM drives, movie playback may be particularly slow if you're using a CD-ROM that does not meet MPC 1.0 specifications. Oh, my heart, be still for these MPC specifications. I don't know what that means. Yes, once again, warning us of QEMM or QEM stealth mode. It is not compatible. I'm not using QEM, I swear. Copy game files and movies to your hard disk. We shall go for broke. Mouse input. Destination path. Looks pretty good. Let's just start it. It may take up to 30 minutes? Holy crap. They weren't messing around back in the day. I guess that's what happens when you install 320 by 240 resolution movies from CD-ROM onto your hard drive. Well, my CD-ROM does appear to be having quite an effort. Come on, computer, you can do it. I believe in you. Nope, still not going. Let us see what, if anything, is going on. It's only, the CD-ROM is only 214 megabytes of data, and it seems to be struggling. You might want to get yourself a drink, take a bathroom break perhaps. It may be a while. Let's see if we can kickstart This CD-ROM activity, it seems to completely have failed. Unable to CD to D colon. Let's try again, shall we? Well, oh, goodness gracious. Here we are. Well, heck. Maybe I am running the Stealth Manager. Oh, I see some progress now. Appears to not like to install the movies as we had so wished to do, which means they'll be playing straight off of the CD-ROM. MPC 1.0 specification. If you didn't hear it earlier, or perhaps unfamiliar with the game, the Lord of the Rings Enhanced CD-ROM Edition contains footage from the Ralph Bakshi 1970s Lord of the Rings animated feature. And, it's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. Install complete. I love how that window was labeled done right at the top. And I love typing Lord in order to run Lord of the Rings. Oh man, we're having resolution issues right off the bat. Let's see if we can adjust this. And like this. Whoops. There we go. We are ready to go. This is more of a splash screen. Is my mouse working? No. This will erase all saved games. I am not scared at all. At all. Ah, yes.
Long ago, in the early years of the Second Age, the great elven smiths forged rings of power, 9 for mortal men, 7 for the dwarf lords, 3 for the tall elf kings. But then the Dark Lord learned the craft of ring making and made the Master Ring, the one ring to rule them all. With the one ring,
Postage Stamp Theater presents
and he cannot be
The Lord of the Rings.
As the last alliance of men
Columbus, Ohio Community Theater production of Lord of the Rings.
He did not notice the heroic shadow who slipped in. It was Prince Isildur of the mighty kings from across the sea.
I called heads. Damn it, it's tails.
But because he did not destroy it, the spirit of the Dark Lord lived on and began to take shape and grow again.
Some damn fine
narration. A will of his
narration.
own, and a way of slipping from one hand to be found by another, so that it might at last get back to its master. And there the ring lay, at the bottom of the great river Anduin, for thousands of years. During those years, the Dark Lord captured the 9 rings that were made for men and turned their owners into the ring wraiths.
It's like we're watching this
under his great
movie
shadow,
with through rose-colored glasses. Literally.
searching for the one ring. In time, the ring was found. 2 friends were fishing in the great river one day.
Give us that, Eagle, my love. Why, Smeagol? Because it's my birthday, my love. and I want it.
I have already given you more than I could afford. I found this, and I'm going to keep it.
Oh. Are you indeed, my love?
Don't do it, Gollum. No! Smeagol.
He
How
used the
could you?
ring for thieving and to find out secrets. His own people began to despise the wretched creature, to call him Gollum. Tortured and driven by the ring, he hid in dark caves and a deep mountain.
All right already. You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
But the ring slipped off Gollum's finger too. And so it was that Bilbo found it during his travels with the dwarves.
Thief, Baggins! Thief! It stole our precious, our
Oh, I love this
precious...
Gollum. Oh, look at him. Yeah, take that, Andy Serkis. Think you know how to play Gollum. Did you see that guy? Did you see
17
him?
years past.
Ah, this opening reminds me of the Smurfs for some reason. It's the Smurfs theme. It's the Smurfs theme. Come on, don't tell me I don't know that.
All right, just a minute. Gandalf!
Greetings.
Yes, I salute you, Gandalf.
Gandalf, it's really you. Oh, it's been
That's
so
what I'm talking
long.
about. Wizard
Since
appears.
Bilbo left, you look the same as ever, Frodo.
You look older, Gandalf.
I've been on a long journey.
It's the ring, isn't it? Bilbo's funny magic ring. You always used to look like that when you talked about it.
Bilbo's funny ring? It makes you invisible? Give it to me, Frodo.
Give you the ring?
For a moment only. Can you see any markings on it?
There are none. It's quite a plain ring, really.
Well then, look. Wait. Do you desire it so much already?
No, but why ruin it?
Because it is altogether evil.
Oh, Gandalf's about to
It
drop
will corrupt
some
and destroy
knowledge.
anyone who wears it, until he passes into the world of shadows, under the power of Sauron, the Dark Lord of Mordor.
Not Bilbo!
You are the one
You are the
who wears the
one.
ring now.
Very Uncle Sam-esque.
It's not even warm.
No. Not even the
No, I've been
presence
working
fire
on
will
my
harm that
hand
ring.
movements
At
as well.
the battle.
Gandalf is a master wizard of hand movement.
One ring to rule them all. One ring
Oh, here
to
it goes.
bind them. One ring to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them.
Oh, Gandalf. Well done. Well done, Gandalf. A lump forms in your throat as you say goodbye to Bag End. Sam and Pippin, I don't know why I've chosen an English accent. Sam and Pippin are next to you. They want to accompany you to the Buckland Ferry where your cousin Mary is waiting for you. You are at the front door to Bag End. See a tutorial, press T on the title screen. I am not prepared for that. Let's see. Shoot. It's the hidden interface. use? Not the ring, the bag end key. Wait a minute. No, I want to... Enter the door, Frodo, please. Well done. You have entered Bag End, widely renowned as the most comfortable hole in Hobbiton, and until today, home of the Baggins family. Merry Pippin, where are you? Not Merry, Pippin and Sam have joined me. And, oh man, it's difficult to control. Perhaps the arrow keys, they only work one arrow at a time. Wow. It's alright, it's alright. Now then, skills such as Hobbit lore. Let us save game. And, oh, please, there we go. No. I can't recall how to look at anything. As mentioned, blah 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 blah. Just referencing my reference card. I seem to recall some sort of items being available here inside Bag End. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I need... Bilbo's chest is in this room. When he left for Rivendell, he forgot to leave the key with Frodo. Oh, Bilbo. Can the key be found? I don't recall. You see items here you might use. Some rations and a torch. Very useful indeed. I'm going to... just lightly tap down the game music, just in case you're having trouble hearing my wonderful voice. Now then, this is Frodo's room, and hopefully my chest is accessible. Apparently not. Nope. Torch equipped. That doesn't help at all. Ah, what a quaint little bathroom. Ah, you have entered the library of Bag End. There are many books of Hobbit lore, as well as several volumes of Elven lore from Rivendell. You loathe the idea of Lotho fingering Bilbo's beloved books, but somehow doubt that Lotho Pimple has the imagination or curiosity to ever look at them. Yeah, that shit's going up on eBay. Way to go, Bilbo. Now then, any snacks for the road that can be acquired? Apparently, no. You remember the voice of Gandalf a few months ago in this very room. He said to you, "But I do not think you need go alone, not if you know of anyone you can trust." This room seems cold and barren now. The time has come to leave the Shire. Did I miss something? I think so. No? I mean, I don't think so. You need someone you can depend on. I recruit you, Sam Gamgee. How come I can't talk to Pippin? Must I? Approach. Take me with you. Very well, Pippin Took. If you'll excuse me for one moment, I'm off to fill my water glass. Now then, who is our neighbor? Griffo Boffin. Mr. Baggins, I hear you sold the bag end to that awful Lobelia. What a shame. Now she's my neighbor, and that awful little pimple-faced son of hers, Lotho. I think I'll sell my hole. Don't sell your hole. You mean on the street, or just... Oh, let's not even get into it. Your hole... I don't know any more about that than you do. I don't know any more than you do about that. Come with me, Boffo. You care not. Hey, his bathroom's even nicer than mine. Whoa, we're coming up on nighttime already. Now then, no, not to the map. We're still within the Shire, so we must consult the manual map of the Shire and see exactly where we go. Number 1, Bag End, which is exactly where I cannot find it. Where the heck is it? Oh, we're way up in the corner over here. All the way in this tiny little corner right here is Bag End. So we've got to traverse this entire map. Oh boy, it's going to be a lot of Mondays, folks. Let's see. The Gaffer's Hole is number 2, which is just south of Bag End. Based upon actual Tolkien maps? Maybe. Probably not. Lobelia Sackville Baggins hits Frodo with her umbrella. "Give me the key to Baggins," she shouts. "It's time that decent folk lived there. Give it to me now!" Man, I can't remember if you, like, can refuse to give her the key. "Ours at last," Lobelia says. "Now off to Buckland with you, and don't bother us again." Oh, I should have fought her. Why didn't I fight her? Ah, the old Gaffer. Hi, Gaffer. What have you got to say, young man, old young man? Have you heard of the Lost Kids? Can't say I know much. They know more at the inn. The inn? The Hobbiton Inn. A couple of folks was saying that old Farmer Grubb was really upset. Maybe Freddy is missing. You don't know nothing about no Freddy, do you? Gosh, I really can't just hit the key. I must click. What about the kid? They were talking about them at the Hobbiton Inn. Okay then. I am catching your drift. And I'm dropping my manual into my lap. My wizard lap. God, my always streaming makes my eyeballs itch. I know not why. Oh, night has begun to fall here in Hobbiton. I consult the map. The Hobbiton Inn is south along the main road. Do I even have a map within the game? I think not. But let me see. Nope. It's all hand-carried maps, folks. It's a different time and world. It's medieval times. Who is this fine gentleman? He dresses quite snappily. Hello, rather late to be walking, though I do it myself. How do I know what time it is? There really is no way to tell. Perception equals nothing. Nothing to read, and no such lore. We've stayed up until the sun hath risen yet again. We've stayed up all night. Your admiring gaze falls upon the chestnut trees of Hill Lane. Birds are singing. Quite pleasant indeed. Yeah, my accent is all over the place. A sinister black smoke and foul stench comes from the mill yard. Nothing like this has been seen in the Shire before. The mill? We've just passed it. Have we gone over the bridge? No? That is the wall and the mill. Shall we visit the mill? Perhaps. Well, first, we shall save the game. Save often. Fix daily. Wow, there's some kind of machinery going on. And I'm unable to enter the door. This is the mill house. It's all coming up mill house. You spot a large number of big folk. Humans. They stare at you and one of them orders you to get lost. You find yourself thrown out of the mill by big folk. Ted Sandyman was laughing at you as you hit the ground. One of the men shouts, "If we ever catch you sneaking Orbit's ear again, we'll thrash you." They'll be forced to thrash me. Zamunda style. Let's do it again. The mill is guarded by the big folk. You realize you must be very quiet or they might wake up. Stealth options? Does anyone have a stealth skill? Sam, does your hiding skill work whatsoever? We'll put you in the lead and tell you to hide. Sam, oh, you're... whoops. You should have been quieter. And now we must battle, I think. Yes. That is battle music. Oh, nicely done, Pippin. Ouch, he just punched me in my face. Sam, get in there, buddy. Mix it up. Oh my god, these guys, they are barely injured. We are about to die a horrible death. In the first 5 minutes of Lord of the Rings, we have been killed. Human hits Pippin took for 6 points of damage, knocking him out cold. Well then, the Dark Lord rises and evil triumphs. Sauron captures the ring. Death to all. The end. Wow. They're not kidding around. What is this castle? It sure doesn't look like the Dark Tower. Or, what is it called? What is Sauron's castle called? Are there any Lord of the Rings scholars in the chat? Mordor, of course, is the country, or Well, zone? Zone? I don't know. Anyway, good thing we saved. Old game. As in load? There we go. Nice weather, isn't it? Indeed. Frodo, you have taken damage at some point. What has happened to you? For some reason, you're down a hit point. Oh, right. Lobelia smacked me in the head with her umbrella? Don't recall what it was, but it was quite rude. This is not the Hobbiton Inn. Where does the Hobbiton Inn lie? Oh, I see. Boy, the day-night cycle is quite quick. Another friendly hobbit, out for a stroll. The tavern is full of the smell of pipe smoke and ale. The bartender smiles as you enter. They are painting a word picture. You spot a pretty hobbit lass with a tearful face at the bar. Daisy. This is Daisy Proudfoot. You ask her what is wrong, and in a quivering voice she implores. Me sister Taffy and her friend Freddy Grubb are lost in the East Woods. Oh, brave sirs, won't you please find them before the wolves do? Take Taffy to Great Road Goods, and Freddy back to his father. Side quests. Not officially canon, but interesting nonetheless. Hello, lads. Care for some ale? That is a jolly looking bartender. We have no time for drink, however. The children have been lost. I'm desperately in need of some type of weaponry and armor and all of that good stuff. You can often find elves in the southwestern woodlands of the Shire, making the journey to the havens of the Western Sea. Perhaps they might help you. Southwest? Well, before we do that, wait a minute, where are the hedge gate leads to the old forest, which is where Freddy has gone missing. The Green Dragon Tavern does not have as many patrons as usual. I'm trying to talk to the bartender. Why can't I do it? Has anyone seen that fur-footed, thrice-cursed burglar? Bring me Baggins! I come seeking my lost uncle. Now wariness makes it difficult to search. Find him and his axe. Who is your uncle? Bob's my uncle. My uncle was in the woods east of Bag End searching the caves for dwarven treasure stolen from Moria. Moria! Khazad-dûm, more beloved than all things, wrought by Durin long ago. We lost it and can never forget it. Is there any kind of journal of any sort? No! Oops. He wants the burglar. You know nothing of the burglar. That's not it. Jolly! Greetings! Worthy hobbits, let me show you my wares. What are you buying? How do we trade? I don't recall. Oh. This one? Here we go. Trade from Frodo to Jolly... No. Crap. Well, buying equipment, quite difficult. Combat skills. How do we purchase? Purchase item from merchants. Use get. Got 5 silver pennies. And oh, Frodo, you haven't even. Shoot, I think I screwed it up. I didn't even get Bilbo's sword. Oh, you don't get Bilbo's sword until he gets to Rivendell. Now I recall the story of the book. Well done. Let's see. We are going to visit the elves in the southeast. Let's see, the Grange. Let us pay it a visit just to see what goes on there. To the south is Green Hill Country, a land of rolling hills and odd ruins. which sensibly most hobbits ignore. To the east is the Grange. It is the Grange, home of the Grub family. Where art the Grubs? It appears that no one is home. Ah. My Freddy has gone on an adventure, the little scoundrel. If you can find him, I'd be grateful. Can I question him any further? No. Simply must find Freddy. Whose horse is this? Does it talk? Non-talking pony. Recruit the pony. Perhaps purchase the pony? It cannot be done. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we have very quickly reached the end of the show. We're taking it easy. We're gonna spend some time with Lord of the Rings every Monday from 10 p.m. to 3 p.m. 10 to 3 p.m. Hang on a minute. Now then, thank you for joining me on the Retro Late Night Game Show, starring the Wizard of Video Games. We'll spend some time with Lord of the Rings Enhanced CD-ROM Edition over the next few Mondays, hopefully, or maybe not. Who can say? This is the Wizard of Video Games signing off. May your wand remain as stiff. God, that's disgusting. But good night. Sleep. No, like this. Thank you for joining the Wizard of Video Games.